I love the fact that Joe paints a picture that Generalissimo turns up to play every single super high roller on the live circuit. I think my favorite, and again, it was one random year in Monte Carlo. It would only ever happen in Monaco. There was some guy whose yacht had like just sailed into port, and he'd heard that there was a poker event going on. So he turned up to play like the 100k, and somehow made it to day two. But his boat was leaving, so his stack was basically in play, and he never came back for day two.
I have a quick question for both of you. James, I know earlier you mentioned that you ran into Talal Shakirchi one day on the train.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious if either of you have ever had just random run-ins with somebody from the poker world, out far removed from, an actual tournament stop or something.
It happens rarely, and when it does, it really freaks me out because it's like universes colliding. I think the weirdest one ever was I went to my local Waitrose in my local shopping centre to get some supplies and just to buy fruit and veg. And I just threw on like my PCA 10 hoodie, like from 2013. And I'm walking down the aisles and think, oh my God, there is someone else in this supermarket in southwest London wearing a PCA 10 hoodie. And it was Kevin McPhee looking lost in the aisles, who happened to be staying with someone who was living in London at that point in time. It's a real thing that kind of takes you out the moment. It's like, no, this isn't right. This isn't real. But it does happen rarely. Hey, Joe, do you remember that weird situation I had where for a long period of time I kept running into Mark Telcher? I ran into him in a restaurant in London. I ran into him on a flight to Miami. Bizarrely, I was on my way to the PCA. He wasn't. He was going to Miami. I ran into him again. Then you ran into him at a wedding? It's like Telcher was haunting us.
Yeah, I ran into Telcher a couple times. One of which times, said times I spent the weekend with him in Italy.
I mean, how have you not got more material out of that? A weekend with Mark Telcher has got to be worth so much in kind of anecdotes and comedy.
You know why? Because he came across as very earnest and like a very sweet guy. And so it's not the same sort of persona that he has poker related wise. So I've tried not to mix the two things. And I'd be like, hey, how about this loser Telcher who opened up to me at a wedding? What a dink.